I wasn't. Y'all come on in here. We got to talk about the good Rebb. Shout out to the PA Knit. Always on time. Always in the building. You know, I keep them on me. You know. Shout out to the PA Knitted, man. Shout out to everybody who been supporting the movement. Look at that quality. That's crack. That's crack. Anyway. Boom. Hit the like before you type. Good evening. Y'all share this live as y'all come on in. Coming in a bit of into the building. Rebb then got arrested. 757. Shout out to opioid era. East side of Buffalo. Y'all share this live as y'all coming in, like it. And hit the bell so you get the notification. So whenever I'm live, you right here with me. He said, just order my black one. That's what's up. Shout out to everybody who been copping, man. It's a lot of y'all, man. Niggas be ordering 3 days later. Y'all filing a complaint like I'm trying to run off with your money, man. Get a package of time to give it a little time to get to you. God damn. Colleen, what up? Yeah, man, we got to kick it for this, for about an hour and shit, you know. Rebb done fucked up, man. I think we probably done seen the last of Rebb. I think that's probably about it for him. You can't be jacking up the congregation, man. You done put your hands on motherfucking the congregation. Where was your deacons and shit at? Where was the security at? Where was the security at, man? Where was the deacons and shit? God damn, man. How do you like? It's supposed to be like it's supposed to be layers between you and a congregation. It's supposed to be layers. Like you shouldn't be the one to have to jack a motherfucker up. He said he doing too much. He doing way too much. It's over now. It's over now. You ain't gonna be able to operate no you just doing too much. He not gonna be able to operate no church. You won't have no followers. You don't have no self-control, man. I thought God was in control, man. The fuck is you doing? You done jacked the motherfucker up in church. You done put your hand around the throat of a black woman on camera. Man, you finished for life. You finished for life, man. Black women ain't gonna never get up off that, man. They got evidence. Bad enough you run around here with these motherfucking suits, these Dior suits and shit with all these goddamn monogram logos all over it. You done put your hands on a motherfucker on camera. You're finished. The case is open and shut. Somebody just sent me a video of him being arrested. He said, on church Sunday. My nigga, how you let him play you out of pocket, man? You supposed to be strictly there to pass the plate around. You got one mission. You failed, Bishop. Rebb, you failed, man. You failed. You had one mission. One mission only. Pass that motherfucking plate around on this fine Sunday morning. And you let them get the best of you, man. They pulled you off square. You done fucked up. There's a video floating. If you ain't seen it, it's on my Instagram page, at @IamGully TV _. Go in there and check it out, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Rebb done fucked up. He said, so PnB chick was with YNH. Oh, man, give it a minute. Give it a minute. We're going to get to that. He reverted back to that which he knows best. Rebb, I ain't never seen a motherfucker spin out of control so fast, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if I believe the robbery now, man. Now I'm starting to believe you just out of control. Bishop got played. They calling him Bishop from Juice. They calling that nigga Bishop from Juice on Instagram. Yep, they calling him Bishop. They got memes out and everything with him with pistols and everything. Oh, boy. This is a 3-part saga right now. You got the video of the assault, him jacking the lady up. Then you got the video that's on this channel right now of him giving his explanation. He's attributing this to some a conspiracy by some vloggers. That video you can see on this channel, and lastly is the video that's it's also trended on Instagram. It's on Twitter a little bit now too. It's him being arrested. He said, "I'm so glad someone got the bag instead of the pastor." He said, "You still take the ginger?" Absolutely. Yeah, he had the custom Dior. He reminds me of when Martin fought the old lady in church. He ain't a man of God. His 5 minutes of fame is up. Let's give him 15 minutes. He was on a couple of platforms. Fat Joe interviewed him. He done fucked up, Rev. He said, Karma taking Buddy off his high horse. One thing she ain't gonna do is hit you for nothing. I don't understand what happened to the layers between, you know, the dudes that be standing around on the stage with the Rebb and the B-boy stands looking around and shit. Where was them niggas at? Them niggas is supposed to handle shit like that. Motherfucker could have came in there and assaulted the Rebb there's no layer between them and shit. Wow, he said the ushers. Man, Reverend Floyd Flake going to be preaching over the bologna sandwiches in the Bing. He done fucked up. They got video footage. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. When I seen it, I said, man, he had one mission and one mission only. To pass that collection plate around. He said, especially with that heavy chain, he needs security. Where they was at? He said, no deacons, ushers, nothing. That's too many people to have to break down that pop with. That's too many people to have to break down that you know, when he passed the fucking collection plate around. Too many people to break that shit down with, man. I think he got him well, he had a racket going on. He went and got him a building, painted a logo up there, got a PA system, mic. She said, what happened? The good Rebb, we call him Rebb, Rebb Whitehead from Brooklyn. He assaulted a female on camera. It's trending like a motherfucker right now. If you want to see his explanation, it's on this channel right here. I gotta go into this situation with Shaka right quick. He said that's dictatorship. The church situation is over. Nobody's gonna support no church like that. You can find pastors that actually control. I don't think that's the first time a pastor had to get raw in the church, though. I think it's happened before. Y'all share this live as y'all coming in. Excuse me. I think that church hustle was over. Yeah, they done ran it into the ground. I seen the Rebb closet. You can tell he ain't passing no funds around. Shh. He got his new building fund around his neck. Yeah, he keep a big-ass Cuban and some husky on. Longtime Atlanta music executive and manager of rapper Ludacris facing murder charges, police say. Zulu was initially described as a victim stemming from a June shooting outside a Buckhead strip mall that left one dead, but is now being charged with murder. Shaka Zulu, a longtime music executive and manager of iconic Atlanta rapper Ludacris, is now facing murder charges, the Atlanta Police Department said in a statement Saturday. Atlanta police homicide investigators identified Zulu, whose real name is Ahmad Obafemi, as a suspect in the late June shooting outside a Buckhead strip mall on Peachtree Road, where they were able to secure warrants for his arrest. On Tuesday, he turns himself into the Fulton County Jail. Fulton County Jail was popping. That's Fanny's jail. Zulu is being charged with murder, aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during commission of a crime, and simple battery. Zulu, co-CEO of Disturbing the Peace, was shot outside the strip mall around 11:35 p.m. on June 26, where 2 other men were also shot, according to authorities. All 3 victims were taken to the hospital, where one was later pronounced dead. Atlanta Police Department said that the homicide investigators responded to the scene where they began their investigation into the incident. Officers on the scene initially told 11 at Live that the shooting sprung from an argument in the parking lot behind the strip center on Peachtree Road and that Zulu was a surviving victim. The Fulton County Medical Examiner previously identified the deceased victim as 23-year-old Artez Benton. In a statement to 11 Alive, Zulu's attorney, Gabe Banks of Banks Weaver LLC, says the shooting was in self-defense after his client was attacked. Mr. Zulu was at his place of business that night and had every right to defend himself in an attempt to save his life. Mr. Zulu lawfully discharged his weapon in self-defense, a weapon that he is licensed to carry, the statement read. Mr. Zulu fully cooperated with the law enforcement officials in their investigation and voluntarily turned himself in once he learned of the arrest warrants. Mr. Zulu remains confident that his name will be cleared of all charges through the judicial process. Zulu is best known as manager for hip-hop artist Ludacris. His label, Disturbing and Peace Records, now a subsidiary of Def Jam, has represented artists including Chingy, Bobby Valentino, Young Jeezy, Swizz Beatz, Big Crit, and Childish Major. They arrested him. It's a follow-up story to that. I don't really want to go into it, but it's some nigga shit. So you know they didn't charge him for nothing. He said Shaka got hemmed up. Jack Boy was definitely sitting on him. If they know your haunts, they coming to ghost you out of your bread. He sound like he good, based on everything that they said. Him having license, him owning a business, discharged a gun that was registered to himself. That sound like, you know, something legitimate. He said it sounds like self-defense. Based on the details, yeah, if that's the truth, I don't know why they charged him. Maybe Fulton County, they just ain't playing no games right now with anybody associated with the hip-hop community. He said, Big Ooh shouted you out on bars 9-5 with the PA Nick. Yes, he did. And I appreciate you. Shout out to Big Ooh. Make sure y'all go to the website, www.therealdribble.com. Go get you some fly shit. Rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6, trumped up charges. He said it's still going to cost you. Yeah, it's going to cost you a trial. You see he got the, I think it's the Jewish attorney. Just ordered my first PA knit. I might become a collector. You got flavors. Thank you. Just watched the video of Big Magic trying to make Lil Wayne check in. I hope y'all seen that flashback video that I reposted. Everything that happened to PnB Rock, I told y'all about it in May. Early May, I did a live stream. I gave you every detail how it shake off in LA and how you got to be on point in them restaurants and shit. I said it to a detail. Everything that happened to him, I said it right here on this channel. You know why? It's not the first time that it's happened. It's not the first time this happened. This is a general practice. How do you feel about Brett Favre still in the welfare fund money? I'm not surprised. People in his position, they steal from poor people all the time. You shocked because it was an NFL quarterback? One of my favorite quarterbacks, by the way. I'm a Green Bay fan, but he done fucked up. Will H, you gotta, you would still have to send me a shipping address. You can hit me on Instagram at @IamGullyTV_ or the Fashion Bomb. That's where all of this at and shit. And we can make that happen. Spanish mommy, yes. What you saying? You big breasted or something? I got a sweatshirt for you. He said, I ain't famous. I still don't want to go to L.A. Don't let the palm trees fool you. Each one teach one. Listen to the jewels that's being dropped. Somebody in the comments said, I find it hard to believe that somebody from the 60s told you about that. Told you that about Big U. Bullshit. And that video wasn't just about Big U. He was just someone that was mentioned in it. I was warned about how to move out there, and I told y'all about that shit to be happening in them restaurants. I told y'all, find yourself someplace else to eat, because right now niggas don't know how to act, and they're not displaying any decency. Rab the Saint, www.therealdribble.com. Colleen, could you put the website in the chat, please? Help my man out. He want to get right. A lot of my flies joints ain't even on the website. They not. A lot of my fly joints. So, oh, I got a treat for y'all. These just came out. And I got limited supplies. Peace. Look at that. New Orleans Saints. Butter. Cranberry stripe. Peppermint joints. Carolina Panthers. Phoenix Cardinals. Stop playing, man. Get to the website. These ain't on the website. You got to go to my Instagram page, man. We could do it in a DM or something and shit. Shout out to my web administrator. She's been trying to keep the website updated. We doing it. I just don't understand why you need $100,000 worth of jewelry to go to Roscoe's. You want to be robbed. It boils down to this. Do you want your jewelry or not? Because that could have happened anywhere. That could have happened that could happen anywhere, man. Motherfucker see you and you naked like that, man. Motherfucker, he was a skinny dude, man. Niggas could have rolled on him or something. Like, niggas could have gripped him up, put him in a yoke. You asking for it. Like, you just gotta boil down to whether or not you want it, man. Like, at the end of the day, each man, woman is responsible for their own personal safety, man. That's why you got 2 eyes and 2 ears for a reason, man, to observe. And yeah, do you want your life or not? What rock or country artist has to check in? None of them. None of them. I seen Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson's ignorant. He's ignorant, man. I like him as a basketball player, man, but he says a lot of wild shit. He makes a video after PnB Rock gets killed or whatever, talking about, checking in, and in the same conversation, he said, I don't fear nothing but a law. He said he don't fear nothing but a law in the same video as the check-in. He was like, yeah, I check in because I got to make sure I get home at night, and I got to get back to me and my family, and this and this and that. And in the same sentence, he said, I don't fear nothing but a law. And I'm like, you pulling us in all types of different fucking directions, man. Like, if you don't fear nothing but a law, what's the security for, number one? And number two, like, what point is you making, my nigga? Like, you're famous. You're rich and famous. Like, you bugging. Like, you bugging. He talking about, I want to get home at, I want to get home at the middle of I want to get home at the end of the night, so I check in. I'm worried about my safety. And then he says something about a law and a bunch of other shit. I'm like, my nigga, you bugging, my nigga. Like, you everything that you saying is making no sense. Gully is going off in London. Police shot an unarmed man in Brixton last week. R.I.P. PnB Rock, South Philly in the building. He says Steve Jackson's a troll with money. Stack wants to be street dude and activist at the same time. He's confused. He was confusing me like a motherfucker, man. I'm like, why is you still supporting this, talking about this? Are you saying that the shit that's coming out your mouth is implying that if PnB Rock checked in, he would be okay? That's what you basically saying, this shit. That if he checked in with gang members, then he would be okay. That's not the case. That's not true. That's not true. He said Bobby Shmurda. Did y'all see the video of Bobby Shmurda and Eminem? Did y'all see the video of Bobby Shmurda and Eminem? Mind you, he black as a motherfucker. He black as a motherfucker. You don't see nothing but his teeth. Did y'all see that shit? Did y'all see that? I felt bad, man. I felt bad, man. I'm like, fam, you doing a set? He said it's old? Did y'all see that video? These niggas call anybody big homie. These niggas call anybody big homie, yo. They do. Anybody big homie. If a person appears to have more, he said that video old. I don't care. I just seen it. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame, man. Y'all be calling anybody big homie, man. Like, where's your fucking, where's your self-respect? Where's your standards? Like, the fuck is you doing? And he didn't even know you. He didn't even know you. Like, you screaming big homie, breaking your arm to shake his hand. And when he finished shaking your hand, I don't think he still didn't even know you and shit. I still don't think he recognized who you was. Straight up. He said more money equal big homie. He said, I seen Bobby Shmurda in the bed with them boys. Oh my goodness. Nigga came out of jail doing all them dances, shaking his ass, man. He said, New York look bad. Some rappers look up to him. What's wrong? He said, some rappers look up to him. What's wrong with that? And M said he didn't see Bobby. He didn't see them. You saying he don't know him. You basically saying he don't know him because he seen him. He was standing in front of him. He didn't recognize Bobby Shmurda. I don't know. Just the big homie thing, man. Y'all be tripping with that, man. Y'all be calling niggas big homies that y'all don't even really know nothing about and shit. Like, all you know is what's been set before you online and in the media and shit like that. You know, on television and shit like that. But you might not really, for the most part, you don't even know this person. You don't know what type of person this is. And you put yourself in a subservient position immediately, on site, screaming big homie. Just stop, man. Why can't we all be giants? Like, you tripping, man. These dudes will call a baby big homie if he got some money. He said, I'm from Brooklyn. That was a tragedy seeing that. Eminem has nothing in common with Bobby. I thought the big homie was supposed to pave the way for you. Immediately, it just like he immediately got on his knees when he seen him. It was like I'm like, damn, man, you tripping, man. A head nod would have been cool. It's either drill rap or get that ass tap. Welcome to the music industry. You think Bobby got cut by the blades in jail? You seen him, a video of him in bed with the boy? Nah, I ain't see it. I didn't. I really didn't see it. So what's his explanation? I mean, what's his reasoning for being in a bed with some males and shit? That ain't, it don't tally up right. We don't acknowledge the word big homie, just the word old heads. If you earn that right, I kind of can agree with what you saying right there. That's a little bit more in tune with my upbringing and shit. He said he in bed unless it was Photoshop. New York been taking L's for a long time. I don't know, man. So, what the fuck, man? The bishop is in jail. The bishop, I believe his ministry is complete. I believe he was like a comet. I believe his ministry is complete. He put his hands on a woman. He put his hands on a black woman. That ain't gonna never go away, man. He might as well just throw in the towel. They saying it could have been a chick. I seen Bishop in a music video with 5 You on Rowdy. That Brooklyn thuggery is really showing. Not in this lifetime. It's becoming taboo that the music is pushed out by the machine, has a backdoor calling card if the numbers don't add up. He said, is there a PA net for the people with the huge wicks? I got a couple of joints and they labeled dreads and it's big. So when you go to the website, you're going to see a couple styles up there that says dreads. They're going to be big and wide like this and shit. So, and it's a few flavors. Check it out. I don't think Bobby was in bed with a trans. The reason I don't think it was a dude, because somebody else took that pic with them snuggling. And if that was a dude, Bobby ain't letting nobody get that pic off. Trey Bucks, Bobby was in the bed with 2 dudes saying he can't stop. My man said Rebb had it made. All he had to do was collect. That's all he had to do. He dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. The mission was to pass around the fucking collection plate, man. You already avoided the... You avoided the robbery, the whole robbery situation. Allegedly $400,000 worth of merchandise was taken. Some people were saying that that was probably a insurance situation. Whatever the case, you survived it. And people, I seen people online starting to give your ministry some legitimacy. It was people that were saying, no, Rebb, thorough, reputed people that we, you know, kind of fuck with and respect was saying, no, Rebb, we gave him a shot. You can't take these behaviors out of these niggas, man. Hey, man, you just, it don't matter what you put a pig in, it's still a pig. You could put a Dior suit on him. You feel me? You can't get that swine out of his spirit, man. You just can't. It's just there. I'm being for real. Like, you can't. You can't. You can hold the Bible. It's what's in a fucking person's spirit. It's in you and shit. It's not on you, it's in you. So, what you seen, that video, Rebb will fuck somebody up. I believe Rebb will put his hands on somebody. He didn't put his hands on them robbers, but I seen his boiling point when he kept saying, take the picture, take the picture, take the picture. Boiling point was coming. Pee-wee, I appreciate you. She needs to sue that fraudulent bishop. He's been arrested already. That's the beginning of it. And he's worse than Craig getting fired on his day off on Sundays. Pee-wee, I appreciate you. Rebb will slap you and said God told him to. He just looked like he had a short fuse. People been testing Rebb. You never show the church's money allocated to the congregation. Buddy got a major problem. Feds about to get involved. Bishop got a prison pick, God. He was cut up like an eighth of a key. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, yo, he's a felon already. He done already been through Rikers Island and up north before putting the collar on. He was already a felon. I know y'all lying. So this really one of them niggas from the Decepticons or some shit. So this really one of them niggas from the Deceps or some shit came home and started preaching. Hey, yo. Oh my goodness, man. Only in fucking New York, man. Are you fucking serious? Hold on, man. He said he did 5 joints. Oh, he did a nickel? Oh, he's all the way corrupted. There's no recovering from that. I never knew that. I never knew that he did a nickel. You cannot do 5 years in jail and not become corrupted. Everybody's stealing and hustling the whole time. Like, I'm serious. I never knew that. That nigga one of them former lowlives of Deceps from the early 90s. I'm gonna call Rudy Lowe. I'm gonna call Rudy Lowe and see if he know him and shit. He said he was in Sing Sing. Ain't that a max jail? That's a max jail, right? He said, I've been saying this, bro, scamming. I ain't know he was one of them niggas, man. I done been in jail with them cats, them type dudes before and shit. Them niggas live like kings in jail. He just brought that shit home. Them niggas I've seen niggas do that. People that I've seen crackheads go to jail, come to jail with nothing. Pick up the Bible and intake and get it shaking, man. You see them a little while later, they got sneakers, food, everything, and they carrying around that Bible, calling everybody brother and shit. This shit crazy. I seen this 1,000. So he one of them type niggas. All right. He said, do I want to sell that Chris Webber jersey? No. That jersey is important. That jersey got me on the Mitchell and Ness website. They hit me up and asked me could they take my pictures and put them on the website. And it was pictures off my IG. I said, hell yeah. And Chris Webber came on my page and, commented, liked the picture and shit. He said, I guarantee you, Rudy Lowe know him. He said, the pastor used to run it up. Everybody in Brooklyn know that. He said he grew up in the church, so you know how that goes. Oh, my goodness. Kareem Johnson spoke about the bishop, about the action when he went in on DL Hughley. Yeah, he wanted to box DL. He did seem a little bit irritated by it, but you done fucked up, my nigga. You came home with the gaff and you got in position. It was working for you. He fucked up. That one act. You got to calm your nerves, man. You got to maintain your composure. That one act that fucked up everything for it's over with. He said his father was an activist that got killed by the police. He's a hustler. Boom, boom, boom. He said Sean Cotton is a goofy. What's your issue with Sean Cotton? Charleston White said he didn't get shot. He said that's all a lie. The bishop got a prison pick from back in the day. He was a monster. He ran with World. Are you serious? Pastor need that new Rolex. All right. Anyway, y'all share this video. He said he already staged a robbery, in my opinion. The type of person that choked up that lady is the type of nigga that would probably retaliate to a robbery, man. I don't know about Rebb. I got a different opinion on him, man. He was arrested back in the day for identity theft. Where y'all getting all this shit about? They said Tory Lanez punched August in the face. Tory trying to get his thuggery up. He's from Canada. He trying to get his decorations up. How you like the Lakers backcourt so far? I don't. I don't like what they doing. I don't believe in neither one of them niggas except for Westbrook. He the only one who I know and I've seen and who's proven in my opinion. That shit happened last season. That shit don't mean nothing to me. That's Russell Westbrook. Pat Bev and that other Dennis Schroeder and shit. Peace and love to you too, beautiful spirit. He's cool with the mayor of New York City. The karma is wicked. Right now, he got to make bail because they showed him getting arrested. I don't know how that goes, where you go from the spot of the foul, I don't know, where you go to, like, I don't know, the Tombs or some shit, then Rikers Island. He strike me as the type that got bail money, but he got a fresh case. This has been a wild 3 weeks. Wish he would have taken that 85 million. Oh, Schroeder. Gully, so the PnB girl set him up. Nobody's to blame for the murder of PnB Rock. I mean, whenever they arrest somebody, because they say they got good footage of whoever did it, like surveillance shit, but ultimately, nobody's to blame but him. He the one that went in there with all that shit on his neck. You know what? And while he was doing it, the whole time that he was in there, he was conscious of what he was doing. It was all in his mind and everything. You know why? You know how I know? Because I be wearing jewelry, and you'll have a conversation with yourself when you know you ain't supposed to be somewhere with that on, or you know you probably should just put it in your shirt or something like that. It don't make you a sucker or nothing like that, but when he was sitting there, man, at the table eating or whatever, ordering his food, he know he was wrong. He know he was wrong. He was just thinking that he could get away with it, at which point he was gonna probably brag about it and shit. You dig what I'm saying? You're not proving nothing to nobody. Being dead, that don't prove nothing. It don't. He said, I don't know what else could happen. It was suspicious. She wasn't crying near the body or giving mouth to mouth or nothing. Streets waiting for what gang was behind it. Well, the streets outside of L.A., man, ain't nobody from Philly going out there to avenge that shit. Ain't nobody going out there to do nothing about that shit. That PnB situation about to get ugly for L.A. and us as a people. It's gonna affect everybody. It ain't gonna affect me. I don't be around no fucking niggas when I'm going out there. I take care of my business, man, and then I retreat to the confines of my hotel room. You need a fucking you need a card to get on the elevator. You need a card to get in the building and shit like that. The DoorDash is wonderful in LA. They even deliver the weed to you and shit. Like, what are you proving by going out? Like, that shit could have been DoorDashed. For real. What? Hold on. He was on 60th and Manchester, Crip Hood. What you think about Brett Favre stealing $70 million of welfare money from Mississippi? We know who Brett Favre is. His people been taking shit, taking money from people forever, taking wealth, robbing, forever. He my favorite quarterback. I'm a Green Bay fan. They caught his motherfucking ass. They not only did they catch him, they caught him saying, "Would this get out to the media?" before he decided to steal the money or accept it and shit. That's like insider trading and shit. People, he just got caught. Somebody, he didn't pay somebody. He didn't grease somebody's palm so it got blown up. But people been doing shit for their own alma mater forever. He just didn't pay for it. He put the bill on the Department of Welfare in Mississippi and shit. Good looks on the cream PA knit in Columbus, Ohio. I recognize your name. You got a very unique name, Sharif. I appreciate you too, man. Y'all gotta hit the website. I mean, the Instagram page. Hit me with some pictures. Boom, 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 boom. All the money them rappers got, you need bodyguards. You do. It don't make you a sucker. I think some people will rely on their little squad and shit like that. That might work for most guys. That might work for some people, but you in a city, there's people living in tents. That's poverty. They living in tents, and you got 200, 300,000 around your neck. That type of jewelry could change a motherfucker's life. That could change the course of things for somebody and shit. That could buy a house. That could buy a house. That's relocation expenses, all of that. and you just waving it around in an impoverished neighborhood, you asking for it. That's just it. People rob and steal in these neighborhoods and shit. It didn't have to be jewelry. You could have got carjacked, just anything. You go out there around them vultures. Rappers get clapped up on the regular. You know, security was frowned upon at one time. Shout out to Lamar Jackson. Always bring them performances. You make some good points. E40 always spitting his rhymes. Watch your back out there. I believe 50 Cent just left stars and shit. 50 Cent is a big dog. He throwing his weight around. He should. He got the ball. He said the jewelry he had on cost more than the houses in that area. He said the Lions colors. Boom. If PnB was the word circulating, lived out there for a period of time, he may have gotten comfortable and got rocked to sleep. There's a security guard that worked at the Roscoe's. He's been exposed to be a gang member. He probably called them niggas to come get him and shit. Y'all seen this cat? He's he tried to deny being a part of any type of gang shit, but they looked up, they found the internet, they found footage of his ass with a bunch of gang niggas talking some shit in front of a store, so he said he rolling 60. Yeah. Why are we acting like this is new activity? Anybody wearing jewelry in an area that is poverty-stricken better be mindful of the wolves out there. It's normal protocol, correct. Your rant on Mano proves itself more and more. He flipped on. I seen that. I ain't even want to give him no airtime because I know I proved my point on him. No matter how much you try to clean him up, Jim, he is who he is. I just told you that not long ago. You can dress a pig up. It's still going to be a pig and shit. You seen him drunk in public, acting a fool at a fashion show. That's where I do my best work. I'd have been moving on through the room like a flamingo. You feel me? And he in there drunk, cussing in front of a bunch of chicks. Just being a general hoodlum. You can't clean niggas like that up. You can't. You can't clean niggas like that up. He's gonna be who he is, man. You can change the environment. He's still gonna act like a nigga who did 10 years in a fucking penitentiary run around cussing motherfuckers with razor. That's a savage and shit. So if you see him in front of a bunch of chicks cussing, drunk, acting a fool, there you have it. He said the problem is we blame everyone until truth comes out. You can't clean him up. You can't clean him up. You can't. You can't. Jim could try all he wants. He's going to continue to do something that's going to show you who is true, who and what he is. Said he didn't have his glasses on. I knew he was lying. He said sooner or later, Jim going to say you a liability. He said then turn around and apologize to the guy. We got the internet. We can play it back and watch it. These niggas be in public with their verse slurred and shit like that. I told you these niggas ain't got no sense. And they like pork. These niggas don't just like alcohol. They like pork. He said once a crash out, always a crash out. Saluting Cam and Mace patching things up. The endeavor is together. Yeah. The swine is gonna produce itself. It's gonna expose itself. Subscribe to the channel. Good evening, everybody. Appreciate y'all for coming through. He said, what does pork have to do with it, Gully? Pork has been proven to carry worms, right? These worms get to moving around in your body. these parasitic worms, they get to moving around in your body and ultimately go up into your brain and get to chewing on your brain and shit like that. So if you want to know, if you want any further information on this, all you got to do is just look up the pork worm and shit, and the work that it's alive. It's proven to be alive. Some of y'all got them in you right now, real long motherfuckers. They long as fuck. Have y'all seen that? Have y'all seen people pull these worms out of people? You ham sandwich eating niggas. Oh, you ham eating niggas. Yeah, you got swine on your mind. Anyway, any more questions about the swine? Huh? It's unclean. It's dangerous. This isn't a lopsided conversation. I'm not trying to impose my beliefs on you. This is facts. He said they attack the base of the brain. He said, y'all didn't know that? You ain't never heard that? Swine on your mind. Oh, shit. Have y'all ever seen, I grew up in a nation and shit, so they used to do shit to prove that the pork was real. Like, they would do experiments and shit. We used to be in little youth groups and shit, and they'll take a piece of ham and they'll put it in a place where it's heated and shit like that, and just let that shit deteriorate, and gradually fucking maggots and shit'll come out of that shit. You be like, where the fuck that shit come from? Don't take my word for it. He said, Gully, you killing me. I know a lot of y'all was raised on pork. Y'all like it. I know it. Some of it tastes good. I ate a fucking a pepperoni before. That's the only pork I've ever eaten. Pepperoni. I ate a pepperoni before. It was good as a motherfucker, but my mom smelled it on me, whooped my ass and shit. You don't want to be fucking around, man. Toledo, Ohio in the building. I ain't seen Lucky the P in a minute. He said, leave that pork in the sun and worms will appear. Absolutely. He said, I take your word for it. You have no idea. I can't breathe. Yeah. Do you know, he said, come on. I'm glad that the internet and different forms of information has been conveyed and passed around where it ain't as bad as it was back in the day. When I was, like growing up, I was probably I was often the only one that wasn't eating no pork, like in school and shit like that. Like my mom had to come to the school and, get the lunch people in order and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like every school I went to, like my mom had to come and holler at them and shit. And it was always a big deal. Sometimes kids would see me getting peanut butter and jelly, and they would want what I was eating and shit. Like, that was the substitute that they would give me. If there was some pork or something, they would give me peanut butter and jelly. Kids used to be seeing me getting peanut butter and jelly. They wanted my shit. Like, I want one of them and shit. Go tell them people that you don't eat no pork, man. They get you right. He said, I'm 51. I stopped eating pork at 17. It's never been in my life. And gradually, my whole family came off of it. Like, my mom came off of it first. My mom got 13 brothers and sisters and shit. They was all pork eaters and shit. But gradually, everybody just started getting up off of it. I don't think it's that many pork eaters in my family anymore. Even the ones that have no Islam history. I'm talking about Christians, Baptists who gave up swine. You supposed to, though. It's in y'all book. It's the split hoof. It's in Leviticus. I believe it's in Leviticus something, and it speaks about the split hoof. So that's y'all book. And y'all be selling them pork dinners out of the church. He said the clove foot. Yes. Leviticus 11:7. Al Raw, I appreciate you. I'm glad I got civilized support in the chat. It's my man Al right there. Civilized support in the chat. I wasn't the only one raised civilized. My people was here. He says, split hoofs all day is haram. Stop eating bacon 15 years ago. Never look back. I ain't never ate no bacon and shit. I ain't never ate no bacon before. That shit smell good as a motherfucker and shit. It do. I done been places like with like in my relatives' crib when they cooking breakfast and shit. Out of everything to be cooked in that kitchen, you smell that fucking bacon. He was like, God damn. Only intellectuals in this chat. I like it that way. Doesn't chew the cud. My man said beef bacon is the best. Haitians love pork. He said only split I came with is that NOI part. Islam got their doctrine from the Jews. I don't know about all that. If you have a headache that won't go away, stop eating the pork. When is the update on Pillmatic? I'm glad you said that. I happen to release one of the hottest singles in the country. It's Wordsworth and THRU. It's called It Gets Better. Have y'all been streaming the record, the single off my album Pillmatic? I know y'all be on this internet, y'all be on Instagram, and there's niggas on here constantly trying to sell you music. It's niggas constantly saying, my SoundCloud this, my DistroKid this, stream this, listen to that. And it be garbage. It be temporary garbage. It be temporary garbage. You feel me? This shit that we put out was surgery. It was surgical. Make sure you check it out. The lead single. It's on all streaming sites. It's called It Gets Better. Fire. Fire. He said we need the audio book. I'm working on it. GTA said that's a fact. Thank you. The first record off Pillmatic. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The whole flood schematic in that song was dope. They talking logistics of the song. He said I'm gonna promote it on my social media. When I went to the reels on I went to make a reel on Instagram and my name popped up. You know when you get the audio to make you a reel, I hit it and my name popped up. I was like, oh shit. God damn. It told me a lot about the music business and it told me a lot about you lazy ass niggas. Just like that, I was able to enter the realm. I'm on the playing field. Just like that. Just like that. I applied myself. And I'm on the playing field. Just like that. This shit is for everybody. I can get a Grammy. I could win a fucking Grammy. Ain't that a bitch? Who would have known? This shit is for everybody. This shit is for everybody, man. Shout out to the MCs, man. Come fuck with your boy, man. I got my own bankroll. I got my own ambition, man. Follow me through these doors. Straight up. It's been proven. Everything I touch is a winner. Word up. Boy, he said that's a good feel. J Hood, I'm working really hard with Odie. I'm working, man. Lucky to P and other dope underground cats you showcased. Shout out to Toledo. He said, now your name out there for reference. I've been one of the most dynamic A&Rs for the last 15 years. Everybody that ultimately started doing damage, they came through this underground, through this vehicle. Straight up. Was there really a woman trying to charge after his wife? I never seen no other woman except for the chick that he choked out. That's it. T Grizzly robbed too. I think T Grizzly joint was an insurance joint. I think it was an insurance joint. I just do. So. Copy on following through the doors. Yeah, let's get it. Corey Turner, what's up? What cities are up in here? The ancient Egyptians used to eat pork, and that's the reason why TMH told the chosen people, the real Jews, not to eat pork. Don't copy the heathens. Fanny charging Shaka Zulu with murder. Anything going down in Fulton County, she got a hand in it. The way that his charges read, I think he gonna beat that though. It was his own hammer. He fired it in his own defense. If they don't prove that he killed somebody, they probably gonna have to let him go. Saginaw, West Baltimore, Brooklyn, Dago. Shout out to Brooklyn. The Rebb is in fucking jail. He probably getting out on bail. Can you get out on bail on a Sunday? Can you make bail on a Sunday? Well, a bondsman to come get you. That's right. T Grizzly definitely hit them with the okie dokie. Winter is coming. How much for them Marvin Gaye wool hats you be selling. Go to the website, www.therealdribble.com. I dropped some new ones today. It's called the King Thread. The yarn is like triple the size and shit. They look like crowns. When you see them, he says, so you think it's over for the Rebb? He might do a Jimmy Swagger and apologize. He can't give no reasoning for putting his hand around the neck of a black woman. People already be comparing him to saying he got pimp traits, you know. He shouldn't have did it. You can't get out on bond on Sunday? He said a bondsman or a PR bond. Can he get out on bail on a Sunday in New York? I'm pretty sure he can. They got bondsmen come get you, right? TMH is not dealing with these silly pastors. People ain't gonna never forget the imagery around him putting his hand around that chick's neck. He said the Rebb is out. Yeah, only a bondsman. Okay. BK Crypto, man, this is what I do, man. The Dribble is superb, man. Make sure you visit the website and get right. www.therealdribble.com. And make sure y'all go and stream my record. It's on all streaming sites. It's called It Gets Better. Wordsworth, legendary MC from Brooklyn. He's a school teacher now. I'm going to let y'all see what he do in his spare time. Yep, and I chose him for a reason. He said the NBA wearing PA knits. The NBA niggas rocking them. E40 rocking them. I'm pushing dope, man. Lord Jamar rocking them. Bimmy rocking them. Big Oo just rapped about him on the Bars 9-5 freestyle. Go check that out and shit. They sweeping the country and shit. Come get your dribble right. Fuck with your boy. Look at that. I know you see a lot of, loud colors. That's my style, though, and shit. That's my style and shit. The freak show. You know what I mean? Black top. He said, still got mine from my mom, my G. It's the chemical in the pork that makes it smell like that. Janky pastor cooked like fried chicken after service, no hot sauce. I gotta cop some PA knits to match these vintage pellies in the closet. You niggas, you fly niggas, right? You niggas that you throw it on and shit. Y'all know who y'all is because we fuck with each other on IG. We be talking fashion and shit. When y'all be copping and shit, start hitting me up and say, let me see the joints you rocking right now. Because my shit don't be on the website, but I serve you and shit. You know what I mean? Just be like, let me see what you got and shit. And I'll fire off on you and shit. Just hit me in the DM. I got you. Spanish Mommy, thank you. That ice cream joint fire. That's one of the most popular ones. My man said a lot of women make those, bro. They don't make them like these. They don't make them like these. Mine's are special. Mine's are special. Mine's are special, man. There was things that was required of me to make mine different, right? And it was color combinations and shit. It was color combinations. You feel me? So, when you see all them different colors, them is different yarns and shit. It actually take a little bit of paper to construct mine and shit. You got it? So like I said, mine's is different. And I ain't putting out nothing but heat. But yeah, when you see 2 and 3 colors in a joint, they didn't just sell me one piece. I had to buy three fucking separate spools of fucking yarn and shit. So, if you came to compete, man, let's get it and shit, man. Bring your bankroll with you and shit, cause I got one. Got me? Boom, boom, boom. He said, PA Nick crypto version. Is there a way to petition to have a contemporary hip-hop category in the Grammys? Fuck the Grammys. We don't want to be a part of that corny shit, man. I just use them as reference and shit. We don't want to be a part of nothing they got going on. That shit was never cool and shit. It was never for us. Didn't you see them people make Nas wait like 30 years to get a fucking Grammy? Nas was great in the 90s and shit. Like, fuck them people. Can Deuce, that's what's up. A loom machine, easy work. You got Knicks colors? I do got a Knicks joint. I do. Hit me up, we can make it happen. Because I do got a Knicks joint. Got it? Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you, what's the name of the one on this mannequin? What, this one? Man, I don't know, man. Freak show, I don't know, man. It ain't on the website, it's on a mannequin, but you can get it. www.therealdribble.com. The only reason they gave Nas the Grammy is once he co-signed Little Nas X. QTM on you, I'm all over you as soon as I get up off here. Oh, shit. That is the Suns. Phoenix Suns did have them joints. Phoenix Suns, woo. Spanish mommy, she said, I knit, those joints ain't easy. Phoenix Suns. That's crazy. Somebody need to get that. Shit, the damn Marley. I'm about to get up out of here, man. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notification. He said, what happened to the Justo Awards? I believe Justo passed away a long time ago. Yeah, Justo passed away. I'm almost positive. Anyway, he said, is it called the Suns? Hit me up on IG, man, and Shores and shit. I'm up out of here. Peace.